Hey, what's up, Italy? This is Nergal from Behemoth. You're watching and listening to LINEA ROCK. Stay evil.
Hello everybody, welcome to LINEA ROCK, welcome on Facebook, and of course welcome to Nergal, to Milan. Welcome back. You've been here quite a few times and you're here today because you're about to release a new album.
It's right there.
Right, we have the cover behind right here, and it's called I Loved You at Your Darkest, which is it's the 11th album. It's a very particular title, actually.
True. But also the numerology of the Christian numerology is very important here. Okay. I don't think I ever said that, but due to the fact there's 10 commandments, 1 to 10, the number 11 in Christian numerology is because it exceeds the number 10, which is the 10 commandments. It's considered as being like very sacrilegious and very blasphemous. So I think for that fact, 11th record, combining it with this album title, with the and clashing these two energies, I think it makes like a very particular meaning, very strong meaning, very striking.
It's actually it cannot get more blasphemous than this. How did you actually had the idea, and was it like a spark? What
usually
happened?
there is a spark, like when you Google something and you're like, oh shit, that's cool, I like that, but like first of all, I had this idea fix that we need like a longer title for Behemoth record.
Okay.
Because like you've seen, like the Satanist was like a pinnacle of like we reached the pinnacle of that formula with one word strong statements: demigod, apostasy, Evangelion, Satanica, and then the Satanist. Nothing can compete with the title. Sorry to say that. It's ultimate heavy metal title.
Yeah.
So I'm like, there's no way I'm gonna come up with another word that's gonna be like as good. No fucking way. That's it. We're done. We're done there.
Okay.
So we need to go somewhere else, redefine ourselves, and just come back with something surprising, unexpected, and very refreshing and very redefining.
Yeah.
And that's what we're coming with, and I really wanted to. I'm really happy to see how people are reacting to the album title. They're like, what the fuck? What's that?
Oh my God. Okay. Do you think that the project, Me and That Man, anyway, is connected with this change, of musical direction?
There's not much of a change, really. It's evolution. That's
evolution. Yes, that's a good word.
But it's I'd say that the sound has very much refreshed on that record, and we stepped into grounds that we've never explored before. There's some like beats and stuff, that we've never done before.
Yeah.
And also Me and That Man helped me personally to open up to using my regular voice, which before I'd be like, no, I can't do this. And then, I did Me and That Man, which was good enough. I think it's not great, but I think, I did okay. And then when we were recording, like, let's say Barzabel, I had this idea of maybe having like this choir, come unto me, Barzabel, blah, blah, blah. And like, I think I can do it myself. And then we started tracking it down, and I'm like, holy fuck, I like it. I like it. I'm very critical to myself, especially when it comes to vocals. It's like, I really need to hit like very particular like vocal flavor to like my own voice, you know what I mean? And with this,
actually, each of us have a different perception of the voice.
Absolutely. So then you watch this and you listen to your voice, and you're like, really? That's me? I hate that. But a lot of people. I remember I'd be talking to Zach Wild, and he's like, I fucking hate my voice, man. And he has an amazing voice.
Because you're used to listen to it from the inside.
Yes.
That's the difference.
Yes. So how's my voice?
It's very good, and actually the best for Behemoth. So it's it's good for us. So
nice, cheers.
Never mind. You chose God equal Dog as a first single, which was
That's how you say
courageous, a courageous choice. Was it because you wanna like actually your fans, you know, are not maybe addicted to this new chapter, musical chapter, so you wanna take it step by step? And
no, I just like for the artist, it's like as long as I'm honest with myself and with my endeavor, I'm like I just go for it, you know. And it's in the first place, it's like being an artist is like it's in a very egoistic process, just working on your opus and stuff, you know. It's like because it always starts with yourself. It's like with masturbation, you know. You must please yourself, and you know there might be people watching, you know, and if they're happy with that, it's cool.
Depends when you do it and where.
Yeah. Sometimes you go online with that stuff, you know.
Okay,
I mean,
yeah.
I don't. I keep it like in my bedroom or in my bathroom. But no. What I'm saying is, it must satisfy here, this, you know, and I need to be like to feel very completed with myself. And then when the record is done, boom, I just cut it off, and I give it to people, and somehow it doesn't belong to me anymore. So you just do whatever you want with it, you know, like any opinions and like and actually like confronting you journalists in the first place, and then fans, talking to fans, you kind of reflect what the record is like. Because remember when we were talking about the voice?
Yeah.
I have my perception of my voice, but it sounds totally different when you record it from outside, from you, and everyone is gonna hear it differently. Same goes with the record. That's what I think. And then people will tell me, oh, it's this, oh, it's that. And I'm like, oh, really? Cool. So I embrace all the opinions, really. I embrace them all.
What kind of opinions do you expect this time? You know, because it's
honest.
a bit different.
Honest.
Okay, honest always, but
No.
know.
Like there's a lot of ass leakers out there, you know. So I'll be like, yeah, you're good. It's an awesome.
Then when you turn your back,
hey, you know, I'm known for being not the most modest person out there, and I know we did well. Okay, we gave it our very best, you know. So if you say, hey, this new record is shit, I'll be like, well, it's not. You know what I mean? But then, if you go and see fucking new Bond in the like it's you know, you may not like, you know, the main guy, you know, the Craig, whatever the name is, like, but it's done amazingly, you know. You may say like, I'm not a fan of that guy. The story was so, but well, the movies, I mean, like, it's done. It's fucking top notch. It's Hollywood. It's awesome. Same with Behemoth. You don't necessarily need to like our music. But if you say it's crap, well, I know it's not. There's quality there, and there's sincerity there, you know. And the taste is another story. Today I'm really on my phone because I'm checking continuously checking opinions on Wolves of Siberia, which is the second single that we just released this morning.
Okay.
I actually woke myself at like 6:05, you know, because 6 sharp we were like releasing it, and I just woke up, like I didn't put my alarm on, and like woke up, and like updated my social media, and then fell asleep again, you know, woke up again at 9, and like, oh, cool, people are digging it.
Yeah.
I like that, you know, I appreciate that. And it seems like God Equals Dog reception was pretty fucking impressive. Same goes for Wolves of Siberia. And the video is, again, it's like a different video. People wouldn't expect, you know, that there's no band members in the video. As usually there's a lot of us, there's a lot of me. So this time there's no me. Surprise. But people dig the video as well. So the song has a different approach. But then the record, I mean, like, don't judge the record by God Equals Dog. Don't judge it by Wolves of Siberia, because the record is mountains and valleys. It's this and that. And then when you think you expect, after 3 songs, you're like, oh, I think I know what the record is like. Then Barzabel comes in, and you're like, what the fuck is this now? And then, if Crucifixion was not enough, which is like, shit, that's Behemoth? Oh. And then you may like, oh, I like it or I don't like it. But I have no control over that. All I have control over is quality of what we're delivering and the sincerity. And this, I promise, it's all comes from here and from here.
Okay, so that means the whole album is gonna keep your attention high. I mean, it's, you know, every song is a surprise. Every song.
No, some songs are like, I'd say that they're like Behemoth trademarks. There's like I'd even say like the Wolf of Siberia is like pretty much like straight up Behemoth, you know. But yet people are like, oh, cool, it's like going back to the roots. I don't see it that way.
Okay.
I just grab my guitar and play my balls, you know, like boom, this is me.
And then what you mean when you say that it was more rock based, starting from, you know, composition, writing on the song?
You know what? For the whole record I made on these Gretsch guitars. Okay. Gretsch guitars is the guitars that I used for Me and That Man. So if you ever see Roy Orbison, he always plays this, like, you know, violin-looking kind of semi-acoustic, semi-electric guitars. You know, that's what I use for Me and That Man. You can't do any fast picking. You can put it like on high distortion because it sounds shitty. So what I did, I made the whole record sitting on my sofa and just played like dry, like just like that, and made the whole record like this. So it would just start with the chords, like dum ba ba, and it just the guitar, the tone and the flavor is amazing, and it's very acoustic. So like all the structures for all the riffs would be made on that guitar. And then I would just transform it into the V-shaped fast one. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I think, and I really think that the instrument that you're using you're a drummer, so you know, like, it's like you get 10 different drum kits.
I'm a drummer too. You have 2 drummers.
So you know that like you have 2 drum kits, and you approach each one with the same drum beat, you're gonna hear different drum beats every time. Same goes with the chord. Okay. Same goes with when you approach a guitar. This guitar plays completely different. Same goes with you know, you make sex with this guy, and it's or a girl in this case, and it's like you may repeat the same movements, you know, but it's gonna be a different sex. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yes.
So that's it, you know. It's all about, it's very organic. It's very individual, you know. To me, art and music is very personal, and it's not factory. We're not robots, you know. So I'm like, we can talk music and stuff, but I'm more interested in what you have to say about it.
Well, it was 2016 since you first, you know, announced that Behemoth were making a new album, that there were, you know, already bits and pieces of songs. So it seems that it has been a very long process this time. Yeah. Why this time it's been longer?
You know what? I think we have earned this comfort of not rushing into the studio. Okay. And we are not one of these bands that are that just gets trapped in this never-ending cycle. That, you know, you're just running from studio to the tour, studio tour, and it never ends. And then, like, I remember I think it was a guy from Monster Magnet say, I mean, like, if you want to make a record, you cannot make it on tour. You know, you have to get off the bus and live your life and get some experience, travel, meet people, go down, go up, just go explore the world, you know, because you're not going to get inspiration on the bus, you know. On the bus, you just get booze, drugs, and eventually sex, if you're lucky. But the elder you are, the less lucky you are. So I advise every musician just fucking... I mean, I know you have all bills to pay. I know and mortgages, and you have your ex-wives and kids. You know, you have to pay a lot of money for them. You know, I know it costs money, but it's really worth to take some time off, to get some distance to your own art, to hear yourself. You know, that's why I love to, like, right before coming here 2 days ago, I was in Sicily, all by myself. You know, just turn off my social media, no Instagram, no Facebook, just me, and because I like to hear myself. Holidays, but it's all about just reconnecting with yourself, you know, because we always like overwhelmed with everything. Social media, fucking TV, music, it's a lot of impulses and stimulants attacking us from all sides of the world, you know. When we're so overwhelmed, we hardly can hear what we want. What we want to eat, who we want to meet, what we want to do, because like everyone, like commercials are telling you what to buy. You know, it's all there, you know. But how much of that is you? Okay. I always advise people to, hey, shut it down, just be with yourself, and listen to yourself and listen to what your body needs, because your body is way more clever than your brain.
Okay. How much self-production is important for you still? And why this choice? I mean, it's like because you want to take total control, or it can be a double-edged sword sometimes. It
can be, of course, but we are control freaks. And I remember we're like, I mean, no one really knows better than us what this band should sound like. You know what I mean? And we've already made quite a few records that don't sound great, you know. And we've made so many fuck ups, you know. And we have earned our luxury to make a record that we have the funds, we have money, and we have awareness of where we want to go. So that's why Satanist sounds what it sounds like, especially this too, and I Love Your Darkest. This is the Behemoth sound, like ultimate Behemoth sound, because it's done with awareness. So yeah, it can be difficult, you know, because you perform and then you need to just go out and see what you're doing. You need these people around, but that's why we need people around, like the sound engineers, you know, who sometimes co-produce stuff as well, you know. So they are there to, like, you know, pull all the knobs, and they know, like, all the technical stuff, you know. But honestly,
like Daniel Bergstrand,
Haldor, the Polish guy, Sebastian Haas, Heinrich. There's like a lot of
Tom Baker mastering.
Tom Baker and fucking Matt Hyde, who's amazing, and he's been very patient with us. And we can be very, we can be pain in the ass when it comes to details. Jesus fucking Christ! Between three of us, you know, me, Orion, Inferno, just getting, like, first we need to agree, and then we bring it there, you know. Wow. But it's always tension, you know. Okay. It wasn't too difficult this time. It was pretty smooth. But they were like, you know, you need to compromise. You know, you need to compromise. The band is few instruments. The band is drums, guitars, bass, vocals, and then all the extras. And you really need to be very smart to level it out, you know. And yeah, because it's it's not a race, you know. It's not like, I don't compete with the drums, you know. I don't compete with the bass. I work for the greater good of the vision, and the vision is the master here, and we are servants to the vision that we have created. So it's really draining and challenging process always, but it's always worth.
Is it true that you used different studios this
time?
Like
not 8 just studios. Eight locations.
Was it also because of the orchestra?
Yeah. All bass different spot. You know, guitars, vocals one spot, drums in one spot, and then sub-mixes of drums in Sweden, and then 2 studios in LA. So yeah, a lot of locations, but it's cool. That's cool because it brought a lot of flavors to the table. You know, it's like when you meet, like, confront different people, it's different, like, inspirations, you know what I mean? It's cool. I think that made the album what it sounds like, you know, that it's like, you know, hey, this is a cool room, you know, but it's cool for 20 minutes, you know what I mean? You need to go out and get some fresh air. Same goes with the production. You don't want to be stuck for 6 months, you know, in one studio. You're just gonna don't want to do it.
Concerning the orchestra, what do you think that it added, you know, to the spirit, to the songwriting, to everything, you know, on the album? And why 17-piece? Was it the orchestra already a 17-piece, or you chose to have that number in particular?
No, we've used orchestral elements before, on the Satanist and Evangelion and even Apostasy first time, I guess. And we use it. It's just to spice it up, you know. Like, you can hear the core of our music is guitars, drums, and bass and vocals, and nothing can compete with that. So there's some bands like Dimmu Borgir or Septic Flesh that are very orchestrated.
Yeah.
But orchestra is like equal to to all the other instruments. In
your
our
case,
case, it's just the addition. So, I mean, sometimes like there's parts that I need some like an extra push and just like an extra boost. And I love orchestral parts. I don't like when there's too much in the music of that, you know. But what I love about it is when I was talking to Jan Stokłosa, who was the conductor, I told him, try not to use it in a classical sense. I like all these intervals and like twisted sounds. So like when you listen to, I don't know, like the ending of Sabbath Mater, it's just psychedelic. It's crazy. Like it's almost on the you may have impression that it's on the verge of being out of tune and stuff. And I'm more drawn by that stuff, you know, that is just that just brings you, that it just sounds dangerous, you know, and not, you know, Sebastian Bach, you know, like, no, it's gonna it's gonna be Wagnerian, but in even more twisted, militant, and insane way. That's how I like it.
Okay. The tour is about to start. I read on your website there's an event this upcoming Saturday. Is it going to be a special event or
Saturday? Oh yeah, there's
in Poland,
we're playing this.
You want to say something about it?
Yeah, we are headlining a show with there's Angel Witch is right before us and some other bands. It's a cool festival.
Are you going to play some new songs?
Of course, we're gonna play 2 new songs and. We're bringing full production. It's gonna be cool.
Full new production?
No.
Any surprises?
There's gonna be surprises, but we're in transition now.
Okay.
So we added some elements, so it's newer than what we had here. But for the U.S. tour and then the European tour, which will also reach Milan on January 16th, be there. It's gonna be whole new production and some things we've never used before. So
be there.
Be there.
Be there, of course. And I remember the first time I saw Behemoth live.
When was that?
Was 2005 at Sweden Rock Festival.
Okay.
And I was totally impressed. Yes, I took that shot.
Really?
Yes.
I remember that show. There's a Disney version of Demigod online on YouTube. You can check it. It's hilarious. It's very funny, actually. It's a good joke.
I was so impressed, you know, by your headbanging with long hair in perfect timing, sync, you know, including the drummer. I was like shocked about it. Do you actually practice that as well along with the music?
Actually, because it was the pinnacle of our headbanging on that show, because after the show we lost our hair because of that.
Okay.
No, if you're asking if we're like working on the it's I mean, we've been around for like almost 30 years now. Yeah. It still sounds surreal, but hey, I mean, like when we perform, it's there, you know, we know how to do it, you know, so we don't really need to. It's not like Britney Spears, you know. Like,
of course.
Yeah, no. It's heavy metal. It's spontaneous, but of course we have our like parts, you know, I mean, like we know where the pyro, you know, kicks off, you know. Sure. You need to, like, sometimes it's synchronized, you know. It's like you go there, bam. But around that, there's a lot of stuff that is just loose and more spontaneous. So
we must cut it because we reached the end of this
I'm
interview.
A talker. Yeah. I would fucking love to spend here one more hour.
Thanks for your time.
Thank
course, we will wait for you next time you'll be in Milan. And another 30 years of Behemoth on the way, I hope. What do you think? Do you think that you reached everything that you wanted, or is there any particular goal?
No, just wish us solid 10 years down the road.
Okay, and then we'll see.
In a good health and with maybe 2 more records. That's going to be awesome.
Okay.
But hey, I mean, don't get me wrong, you know, if my number comes tomorrow, I die happy man. I mean, 11 records, pretty fucking strong. Great tours and stuff, and I'm happy. But there's always new Everest out there.
Okay. Thanks very much, Nergal, for your time.
Thank you so much. Arrivederci. Say hi to... you still
yes,
live?
We're still live, I guess.
Say hi to, because I have a lot of sentiment to Mortuary Drape, Def SS, Cicciolina, Rocco Siffredi, and Dario Argento. And a few more, but I forgot now. So, Huh? And Monumentum,
And
of course.
Okay. And of course, all Linear Rock listeners.
Of course.
Of
Cheers.
course.
Enjoy
Thank
it.
you so much. Ciao.
Ciao.